what's cracking, man? It's your homeboy, the Guru here, the youngest in charge. Episode 7, Guru Speaks Podcast. You know what I'm saying? On this marathon, we still running. Got 3 more episodes till I get to season 3. But I got some very special guests in here with me today. Got my man Griot from Griot's Word. My man Don Lewis was cracking, homie.
Yep.
And my homeboy CP, Claude Pearson.
I don't even know how you got me on.
I know. I got Claude on camera. So
That's big.
yeah, for real. I 1/3 of the production team. So fellas, I want to tell y'all thank y'all for sitting down with your boy.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I got some black brilliant minds at the table with me, you know what I'm saying? That got different perspectives. So when I was thinking about like, man, where I want to go with this episode, I was like, I know the 3 gentlemen that I want to ask. Now, if I didn't ask you to be on this show, don't take it personal. It's just this is, immediate fellas I can grab real quick. So don't say
take it personally.
Definitely take it.
Yo.
Take it personally.
So we're gonna get into the first episode, man. So I'm gonna kick it off to Griot since he's to my immediate right. The presidential race. So how y'all feeling? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna pop it off like that.
All right. So as far as the presidential race goes, I actually just drove over here, right? And as I was driving, I saw a couple yards with Biden Harris. I seen a bunch of yards with nothing, and then I seen a lot of yards with Trump. And when I was driving down to Selma yesterday, I seen this old ass beat up pickup truck with this white person in it. No offense to anybody, but he had the biggest Trump flag I've ever seen in my life. So I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of getting me a little scared because they out here rocking hard for this man. And I need us, our allies, the Spanish community, I need y'all to really, really get out there and vote. I need you to go vote early, and I need you to really uplift y'all voices because we can't have 4 more years of this.
Don?
As far as the presidential election is concerned, I'm not really too thrilled about either candidate, to be honest with you. I think they both have pros and cons to them, and I think we need to be very, very careful about who we vote for. And I say that either way. I think it's easy to look at one particular party and say this or that, but I think we need to be objective.
Right.
As a black people, I think sometimes we're a little too emotional about voting and those type of things. I think we need to take the time to really study and really do our homework and vote accordingly instead of just being instead of just going with one party or the other because it's our party, quote unquote.
Cool. CP?
I'm not. So I drive around a lot too, like you do, and I see a lot of Trump signs. But you're gonna see Trump signs.
Yeah,
That's the little big energy that they have.
it's true. It's true. That's facts.
They're gonna be with the big flags and all that and the craziness because that's their character. That's their trait. But I am seeing a lot of Biden signs. I'm seeing, on top of Biden signs, I'm seeing a lot of Kathy Castor, a lot of the local people. Like, so people are riding hard also for the other side as well. It's just like you're gonna see the Trump signs.
Yeah.
So and I'm a pollster. I follow the polls and all that stuff, and I'm kind of leery right now because I have PTSD from 2016 where all the polls said Hillary was gonna win and
by double digits.
By double digits. And now I'm cautiously optimistic because I don't want to get fooled again. Yeah. But I also see that it's harder for Trump to win this time, much harder than it was before, because back then ain't nobody like Hillary. Let's be real, nobody like if Trump was the number 2 hated politician, Hillary was the number 1. People didn't really like her like that. And it's a similar situation where people feel as though they have to vote for a lesser of 2 evils type thing. But back then, 2016, like people categorically did not like Hillary Clinton. Throw on top of the FBI crap that happened. That's not really happening this time, and I feel a little bit better. But like I said, like I told you, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah,
and we live in the South too, so I think that's important to kind of note as far as the Trump signs and all of that as well.
This is my thing on it, right? And going off of what both of you said, I'm gonna start with you. So, Hillary Clinton, right? The FBI investigation. Yeah. So they did the FBI investigation. Guess what? If she would have did something wrong, where would she be right now?
Oh, jail.
In jail.
Under the jail.
Yeah, under jail.
But what did Trump do?
A lot of stuff.
I mean, with the information he had, even though it was public knowledge that she did not do anything.
Oh, he lies.
He lies.
Hey, you know that.
So what is he doing now? With Biden.
He's
Hunter Biden's laptop was found in an investigation where he's getting $3.5 million. Where is that at?
right.
It's public consumption.
Yeah, because they file their taxes, and you can see it.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
But the crazy part is, when you go on to social media, you got people out there, oh, this is going on. I'm talking about conspiracy theories is like y'all source of information. Mm-hmm. And you can go to public sites where things are vetted and find the real information. Y'all still out here spreading falsified information.
Well, to expound on the presidential election, for those that don't know, this is my first year voting.
Okay.
Congratulations.
So, I appreciate
yeah.
that.
Big ups for
clap
that.
there.
Yeah,
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 appreciate that,
that's
man.
big.
I've been getting some judgment, and I've been getting some, people respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But either way, like I put on my Facebook status the day of, I was like, I can care less if you judge, because it's not, when you gonna get to the party. It's how you know what I'm saying, when you arrive to the party. You understand? So it was mixed things, and then when I said at CP's birthday about a month ago, I equated it. You was here. I forgive me to the LGBTQ community. I equated it as like me saying I was just got registered to vote, like I was coming out the closet. You feel me? Like that's the kind of looks that I got, bro. Like, but
do you think it's people being judging you, or people just being surprised? Because you seem to be on top of things, So that's one thing that it might just be shocking to people.
And I like that perspective. I never, don't get it twisted, I didn't look at people's attacking me or they was looking at me like lost respect for me. Yeah. It wasn't that, like CP said, it might have been a bit of a surprise. Even Mike, my mentor, he's like, yo, we busted up every day and you didn't tell me. But it was one of those things, it's like I was kind of like timid to say because of the response I was gonna get. So the first election, Obama's first term, I was too young to vote. Okay. So second term, 2012, I moved to Orlando for college, and I wasn't even honestly thinking about coming home to, you know what I'm saying, like, or how to even like absentee ballot. My mom wasn't on that. So 2016, that was all me. I made a conscious decision to not vote because I was one of those lost souls, and I was saying the cliche, hey, my vote don't count. I had lost all, confidence in this government. I lost all like hope. That's the best word. I lost hope because like even 2016, we had countless murders of, black and brown women that lost their lives at the hands of the police. And I felt like all the police was just getting was a spank. I mean, not even spanking, but a tap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, fuck this government. Like, why would I participate? And you know what I'm saying? But so as I got a little older, this election, I was like, talking to CP and Big Mike and, you and, all my homies and one of my best friends, Darnell. And he was saying, he was like, Guru, think about it like this. If your vote didn't count, cuz like, why they spend so much time trying to suppress it? Right. And then like that really, lit a light bulb in my head. I'm like, damn, that's true. And I'm watching the bubble, the NBA, all these brothers, getting registered to vote, NFL, and Snoop Dogg say it was his first year voting. This man like 50-something years old. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I, Nipsey Hussle, I know if he was alive, I know he would have pushing that line, said go vote. So I was like, I felt comfortable enough to say, you know what? I'm finna vote. I feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? So I really wanted to share that story, with everybody. For those that didn't know, you know what I'm saying? This is my first year voting. And then when I got there, it felt great. I was like, damn, I'm really about to vote. And then when I casted my ballot and they gave me that sticker, I posted a picture. And like when I saw my grandparents and, my grandmother, she's a woman of very few words. And my grandma was like, I'm very proud of you. And that felt like $100,000. Not don't get it fucked up. I'll take the $100,000. But that was like
I told you that why she felt like that, because you gotta understand your grandmother. I think we figured it out. Probably in her 70s.
Yeah, my grandma's 75. My grandpa's 71. So.
Right. I mean, if you go back in time, and just think about that time that it was coming up.
Yeah. Sure.
Us voting, we weren't voting.
Right.
So it's, I think in that generation is kind of almost looking at us, and I say us as in people of color. with just a tiny bit of shame sometimes when it comes to that, because we don't come out in the numbers that we should come out, because they fought so. I mean, like they begged, borrowed, still shed a lot of blood and tears for us to have the ability to vote.
Right.
And you're absolutely right. Our votes, people of color, they don't want us to vote because it takes away that it's another way to oppress. It's another way to keep us under the thumb and keep us at bay. Mm-hmm. Because I don't know what the fear is there, to be honest with you. Because if we all were just having this equitable freedom across the board, I kind of think that things would be okay. You know, it's just that fear that we're going to take the vote and run away and start electing Kanye West. You know, is that the fear? That's why that shit pisses me off, to be honest with you.
Wasn't he on the ballot in like Texas?
He made it
He was
to
on my
Texas.
ballot.
He was on your ballot.
Yeah, so when they send the ballots out, they don't put everybody on the ballot. That's a long list.
Are
But,
you
yeah,
serious?
and when you look at the
He was
ballot,
on your ballot in Florida?
Yes,
No.
I swear to God.
I didn't see that. Did you see
what
it?
the
I didn't
fuck?
see that.
They gotta like if you look at ballots in different places, they got different lists of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they got the main people. He was on my shit.
Kanye
I
West.
promise you, he was on my shit. I seen it.
Man, was you at a real polling place?
Check your vote, boss.
Bro, I was at the one by my crib.
Okay, I don't know, man. I didn't see him. I didn't see you, Kanye.
Yo, so y'all saying my dog Griot capping right now? Like he drinking cappuccino? I ain't never known this man to be a liar.
Take 2 free workouts.
Oh no, man. I didn't see him. But hey, I mean, if he there,
He there.
man, I hope
Yo.
nobody checked that one.
So, fellas, next subject I want to get into. My man Don, you know what I'm saying? His Facebook status, you know what I'm saying? I didn't comment on it or like it, but I stumbled across it because most of the time I be working or
Why
whatever.
don't you read it? You gonna read it?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna read it. My homie said Donald Trump being reelected is not Black America's biggest nor most immediate problem. The homie doubled down and said, I repeat, the re-election of Donald Trump is not Black America's biggest nor most immediate problem.
I had to make sure they got it.
He had to double down. So, my boy, can you please expound on that? And I'm going to kick it to the rest of the table.
Yeah, actually, it's really simple. So, Donald Trump is not Black people's immediate nor our biggest problem. The most immediate and the biggest problem is actually the same thing, which is knowledge of self. That's our biggest problem.
Come on.
Right? If we were to know ourselves and then embrace ourselves. See, I think the problem with us as African Americans is that we've been taught what they call escapism, which is basically means that we're looking for someone outside of ourselves to save us. Right?
Right.
I believe if we start to believe as much in ourselves as we did in these politicians, then we would be in a better place.
I like that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if all of
That
my
makes sense.
energy is towards someone else and someone else making my life better, I mean, what do we tell everybody, right? What do we tell everybody? You gotta want it for yourself.
Right.
I work in addiction. What do I tell the clients that I work with? You gotta want it for yourself.
You gotta want
we
it,
can
right.
we can do all of this all we want, right? We can provide the opportunities for you, but if you don't want it for yourself, then what good is the opportunity, right? And we have to stop looking at other people to save us when we can actually save ourselves. Look at all the money we spend, right? Are we investing as much money in the Black-owned businesses as we are other popular businesses?
So
Just think about that. Do we support ourselves, just as a whole? Do we support ourselves, Black and brown people, as much as we support other popular brands?
So let me stop you right there, cuz. So I like what you're saying. I'm gonna respectfully disagree. But before I'm say my opinion, I'm gonna let the other fellas speak. But I wanna. So you're saying that, let's not depend on, the president, whoever's the president, because we're gonna have the same issues. Is that kind of what? Not to misquote you?
So let's be honest, right? Donald Trump gets out of office today.
Right.
What has changed for Black America?
Go ahead, CP.
So I'm gonna agree.
Other than personality,
Right.
personnel. I'm
Right.
talking about policy. I ain't
So
talking
hold
about.
on,
Go ahead,
CP.
go ahead.
So before he got into office,
We had these same issues, right?
right?
Okay.
Jordan Davis, right? Trayvon Martin,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Under Obama administration, right?
Right.
Black
So-
Lives Matter,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Founded under when?
Obama. But hold on.
So
By
Fair
you,
Housing Act,
yeah, I hear you. But so
Reagan era.
I'm with you.
mass incarceration.
I'm with you. So what's your? Hold on, Griot. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on, fellas.
No.
So Don. So offer me your
Slavery.
Okay. Offer me your solution. What if you feel? Because are you aware of what?
I think he actually gave the solution.
We need to invest in ourselves.
Invest in ourselves.
Okay. So what is? Go ahead.
Like I
CP,
said
go
before,
ahead.
because we talk back and forth.
Yeah,
You can go
yeah,
on the thread.
yeah,
You can read what I
yeah.
said. You can read what he said, and nothing that either
Respectfully.
of us said, right, and nothing that either of us said
Respectfully,
was wrong.
Yeah.
I think, and I think your post is not wrong. I think when you add that thing immediate in there, that's where I disagree.
Okay.
Because you're right. The new president, Kamala and Biden, I guess Biden and Kamala are not our saviors. You're right. They're not our black. They're not our white and black savior. You know,
Gotcha.
they're not going to save us when and if they get into the office. When I look at the word immediate, though, I think of when it comes to solving the problem and starting to make headway. That's where it does come into the immediate, because Donald Trump is not going to solve our problems. We know that. He said it. He's proven over and over again that he's not for our culture. They actually have plans. Like Biden had plans when he was in office with Barack Obama to start helping our community, to start segueing into that equitable freedom that I was talking about. That now we're not just, we're born in this country, so we're equal to everybody else, but we're already 275 years back. You know, some of the things that they want to do is going to start helping us get to that point. Now, when you get to the point of us being self-aware and relying on ourselves, that's 100% true. I agree with that. You know, who said
Just the immediate part.
Right. It's just the immediate part, because we already know Donald J. Trump is not going to fix our problems. We already know that. But I think, and it could be full of shit. Biden and Kamala could be full of shit. We don't know.
Which is more so what I'm leaning. But go
Right.
ahead.
They could be full of shit. But we got to give them that chance, because what they're saying sounds good. They could be selling us snake oil. But we know Donald Trump is feeding us snake oil.
Okay.
Because it's bullshit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I disagree.
Gotcha.
I think that is a start. It looks like a positive start, because where the tide is right now is waving towards us finally getting that equitable freedom, us having the ability to be on a fair playing scale. You know, the drug courts, that fixes the mass incarcerations. You know what I'm saying?
Wealth.
The wealth, the education thing. There's a lot of different things in there that they're talking about, and our talk is cheap. You know, so we'll see how it rolls. But I want to give them that chance. Is all I'm saying.
Right.
ahead,
And
Griot.
before you go, I'm sorry. Just to kind of address that point, and I understand where you're coming from. The issue that I have with that is two things. Number one, the idea of hope. Right. I think as black people, black and brown folks, we got to get past the hope idea. Even the Bible teaches us, right? Faith without works is dead. So at some point, there has to be some sort of measurable occurrence that's happening. It can't just keep being
Right.
change, hope, vote for me, vote for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that to me is one of the things I want to actually start to see some significant difference. And I agree, you have to give people that opportunity. But I want to actually start to begin to see some significant difference. And then the particular party, right? Let's be honest about the Democratic Party. They have promised us these same things for how long, right? It comes to a point where you have to start holding people accountable. And by the way, I'm not a Trump supporter, so just so everybody knows. But it's okay if y'all want to, it's cool. I'm cool with it. But what I'm saying is the Democratic Party hasn't lived up to the things that they have been preaching to us. And how long do we just continue to just blindly go because they say the right things? You know what I'm saying? Like eventually there has to be some sort of there has to be some sort of measuring stick that goes on.
Who in your idea is going to get us there, though? Like, because we're working under a political system that didn't initially. I'm sorry, Griot.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hold your thought, though.
Yeah, I hold it.
I'm gonna try and get off this as quick as possible,
Go
right?
ahead.
So, like, I'll go back into what you were saying about the Democratic Party. Now, revamp that. I agree with you, just like he was saying, when it comes to we need to stop relying on these political parties to get us somewhere. What made me mad at our community was when Barack Obama was in, everyone was shouting from the rooftops, well, what did he do for us? You got to remember, a president is the president of the United States of America. I've said that before. He's here to help the United States of America. So, with the things that he put in place, it helped 20 million Americans when it came to Medicare and healthcare. 20 million Americans in that demographic, we were in that demographic. When it came to the housing market, there was a lot of black families that entered the middle class, and they got to get up out of the poor class. There were a lot of jobs that were created. While Trump has been in office, he has been riding Barack Obama's wave. So we are looking for what a lot of us are looking for is we're looking for reparations. You will never get reparations in America. We will never get reparations. We got to stop looking for reparations. The reason why this election is an immediate problem is because of legislation, the Senate, and the House. And the Republican Party has always stood, well, there was a switch because it used to be the Democratic Party. Then it switched. So, but since they came into the Republican Party that they are now, they stand for the rich staying rich and the poor staying poor. And they don't care about the middle class because you're a workhorse and you equate to currency. So they can give you pennies while they make millions.
Well, Griot, hold on. So to touch on the Obama thing, I feel like, I might get attacked in the comments for this or whatever. Some fellas at the table might not agree. But when you reflect on Obama's 2 terms, he put more stock into helping the gays than he hold on, CP. Wait. Than he put into helping us. Now, I hear a lot about, even my family members are saying, well, Obama can't just focus on one specific group. That is true, but he still and just did that to the LGBTQ community because we were still suffering from the same issues. When you say something about gays, or if I attack gays right now, say on my show, any slur, Guru from SVM out.
Well, you might get attacked now. You ain't even just mention them.
But how do we blame Obama for that though? That goes back to what he was saying though about us doing things for ourselves. Like we can't. So, and I want to just make something click. A president can't make legislation. A president can't. You know what I'm saying? That's
it's the House.
It's the House and the Senate. They're lobbying their Congress.
But how? Okay, cool, fellas. I agree. But how did he get those bills passed for the LGBT?
Because the LGBT community has always, when they started coming together, just like he was saying, how they were coming together. Think about it. They came together and they were standing in front of the White House. They were standing on Capitol Hill. They was yelling from the mountaintops together. And they didn't let their own party get in front of their own party. With Black Lives Matter, we often get our party hijacked. So even though we stand together, we fall off immediately. You go to some of these chat rooms and it's Black Lives Matter chat rooms, and you got our own people arguing with our own people instead of having one agenda.
So let me just
go ahead.
Just what you said. And I agree with your point, right? The president is the president of America, not the president of black people, and I understand that. But in the context of which the post was written, we're not talking about America. We're talking about black people, right? So we do have to look at more specifically us. Like, I get it. Yeah, he's not supposed to, and we're not looking for that. Once again, that goes back to the idea of escapism. That goes back to the idea of a savior. We're not looking for that, and we shouldn't look for that. Yet and still, we should have more stock, and this is my entire point. We should have more stock in ourselves and invest in ourselves more than we do these political candidates. I'm literally hearing people say, we need to get Trump out of office. They're literally voting just not off policy, off personality. And we have to, as African Americans, not be so emotional. This is serious, right? We all agree. This is serious. So we have to divorce ourselves from the emotion of what's going on or the personality of a person. Because listen, I've had bosses that I can't stand on a personal level, but they were damn good bosses. Okay, so I have to.
So Don, wait, hold on, stop right there. So are you applying that this guy is a good? I'm not.
No.
Okay.
No.
Once again, want to be clear.
I'm saying again, I'm not a Trump supporter.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, if your whole meaning for not voting for Trump because it's Donald Trump, you got a bigger issue than just. You have to look at.
I think people don't want to vote for Donald Trump because Donald Trump is a racist, a xenophobe, a bigot. It's all of them. Or you know what? And even if he's not, he's emboldening those.
Okay. So
he's emboldening those people.
So, but what I'm saying is, okay, fair. Me personally, this is just me personally. I might get attacked again. I'd much rather deal with a devil that I know than one I don't know.
No, you won't, and I'm gonna tell you why. So
Yes,
come
I
on.
do.
So-
Because at least I know you're a devil.
all right, so
If a person comes up to me and tell me he don't like me, I get it. You don't like me. But if it's the sneaky passive aggressive,
You don't like the closet,
yeah,
motherfucker.
the sneaky passive.
Yeah.
I
I
can't
agree.
really read you in and out and da with me like that. I don't like.
You come to my house and steal all my
because
wine.
because look because
Shit like that.
one of the big things under the Democratic Party right in the 1990s was Bill Clinton, right,
Okay.
who played the saxophone, right, which fed into the emotion of black people, but also he had many of our fathers, our uncles, our grandfathers incarcerated,
oh, let me get into this.
right?
I'm glad
So
you- I'm glad-
so since we
Go,
get what I'm
let
saying?
him go. Go ahead. Go
All
ahead.
right, so I'm gonna backtrack just a little bit.
Go ahead.
All right, so going back to why this is an immediate threat for us.
Go ahead.
Have you ever seen America in a dictatorship?
And that's where that shit
Do you?
going.
Do you?
1776.
Hold on. Wait, hold on.
Yeah. Are we talking about once again? Are we talking about the context of my post?
No,
like
no,
black people, or are we talking about
I
as
didn't,
a?
I didn't see a poll. I'm just going off of. I'm saying why this is the most immediate threat for us. No one's ever seen America in a dictatorship in our lifetime, right? Can
Right.
we all agree with that?
Right,
Yes.
Right.
Do y'all remember what Hitler looked like? All right, moving on to what he just said.
Right.
Putting our people in jails. So that act that all of Senate signed, there was multiple laws in that act, right?
Come on, Griot. Come on.
Let's not forget that Biden was not for the Three Strikes Act. They signed legislation to have that whole entire law put into place, but there were multiple acts or multiple laws within that one bill that he was actually absolutely against. I would rather vote for a man that's willing to tell me I was wrong and I apologize than a man that'll constantly lie in my face and then
See,
turn around
and that's
and do
the
something
thing
else.
too that about Trump that we have to be cautious of is that this person never thinks he's wrong. So all the things that we can all agree that he is, and you yourself can agree
Yeah,
that he is
absolutely.
and that he's done, to him he's not wrong. Biden has said, he said it on Thursday, I was wrong. It was a mistake. Clinton has come out and said it was a mistake. Like, these people are saying it was a mistake. So whether yes, absolutely. The mass incarceration in the 90s as a result of the war on drugs from the 80s, it's a spillover of different things, different presidential administrations. At the end of the day, we know that was wrong. I'm getting to like where we are right now.
Yeah.
At least
Today.
they're talking like they're willing to say, hey, we're going to do something different about this.
But I'm tired of talking.
What else can you do?
That's why I am. Yeah. Okay. So let's.
But if
So
they
what is-
have-
I'm tired of talking.
If they
I
have
know.
legislation right now, that
We've
they-
been talking.
But they
Right.
have the legislation written out right now that you can go look up. When they get it voted in, they said that this legislation will be put down. Now, here's the thing about it. You can get 4 more years of what you have right now times 10 because he will not be checked, period. Or you can go with the next group of individuals and they have 4 years to do what they say they're going to do, or then you vote for somebody else. But that one you got right now, he's going to be unchecked for the next 4 years. You know what that can? You know what one more year of him after this election would do? When I say unchecked, I'm talking about a man that supposedly committed crimes. I gotta say it a certain way because of
Allegedly.
my position.
Allegedly.
Committed multiple crimes, got impeached, was found with they had the information that said that he was guilty,
Listen, I got
and then
you.
the next day
I got you.
his buddy came in and said he's good to go, he's free.
I got you. But you don't think that behind the scenes that the other party don't have it too? Just is it because one party's sins are that we can see that you don't think the other party don't have sins?
I'm not saying
Is that what
No,
it is? Is that
Wait, if you put a politician,
because I can measure theirs, but I can't measure.
if you put a politician in when you got money moving around in places,
oh yeah,
a lot of their hands probably dirty. But this is what I'm saying. If you go down the street and you rob from the store right now, what's gonna happen?
I'm going to jail.
Okay.
Or killed.
But this man that's supposed to be the face of the United States of America, the leader of the free world, can do everything he wants to and get away with it?
I don't expect that to come from the other side either, though. I don't expect the other side to be getting checked like that either.
If Barack
Maybe
Obama,
that's different though. Why is that? Why is that? Because I know where you're going, but why is that?
Okay.
Why is that?
All right, fellas. Wait. We're gonna
Bill Clinton got impeached, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got impeached for He got impeached for
Did
getting
he stay in
pleasure.
office though?
It was already at the end of his.
They didn't find that he committed a
So
crime.
So he got impeached. Watch this. He got impeached at the end of his term.
No, he got impeached in the middle of his term. I believe he got.
Yeah,
he
but he
got
still finished
reelected
his
again.
term.
Yeah, he got.
So
he,
what is this?
he got
hold
reelected
on.
again.
So here we go. Right?
on,
Here we
dog.
go.
Wait.
My very
Hold-
point.
hold-
No, no.
Hold that thought. Our people will be GSP will be right back. Episode 7. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come. Hold that thought now. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, y'all. We back from the break. Guru Speaks Podcast, episode 7. Still got CP Don and my homeboy Griot. So we're gonna jump right back into this shit.
All right, so me and Don was talking about the different ways that we can help our community can help itself better itself, and we can stop relying and leaning on other people to help us.
I think he said politicians.
I said, yeah.
specifically.
I said, do we stop fighting then? Because you had mentioned about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no, we don't stop fighting, but we also have to understand that when a system is designed the way it is, and it has been articulately designed the way it is to keep us in a certain place, there's not much fight that you can have to surpass that. Me and CP was talking the other day, and you had mentioned the amount of black people that we have in the 1%.
Yeah.
And I said, where? And then you said Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And I said, he's not in the 1%.
Yeah.
Probably
Because
not. Yeah.
No,
know,
not who you're talking about.
Probably not,
No.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, like-
he has $1 billion. We're talking about people that
Yeah,
have
they got billions.
billions and billions
Jeff
of dollars.
Bezos money.
I mean,
Jerry Jones.
legacies of families.
Yeah.
Like you die, and you just by being born are like
Trump,
right?
type of money.
Yeah.
Money.
Fake
Yeah,
money.
Yeah.
Now, here's the,
I will get into that another episode.
here's the thing about those individuals, though. The individuals that are in the 1%, you will never see. You have to research who those individuals are, and not one of them will be black.
That's a fact.
But when you come from us being of our
because
genetic,
there's no
Mansa Musa. We were the richest people of the world at one point.
Right.
And when they broke us down, they took our wealth, our history, our knowledge, our schools, our education. They applied it to themselves, and they made sure that we would never be able to touch it again.
So once again, I think that is. But once again, so that's why I said I led this entire argument with
Okay.
knowledge itself,
Right.
and then being to live within that knowledge itself. And I disagree only in this point, right? I come from a very impoverished environment.
Right.
I'm doing better now.
Right.
Polk
So
County.
I can't just say because the system was in place that the system cannot be broken because the system is in place, because I've grew up in a system that I was able to break due to the change in my mentality.
Okay.
So
Right.
I can't simply. I get what you're saying, and I agree with you on a scale of it's not going to be easy. Completely agree with you, but I don't think that is. I don't think that it is. We just can't overcome it because the mountain is so big.
Well, it took
Right.
generations to get us to this point where we are now.
Right.
It's going to take generations.
And it's going to take
get us out of
right,
it.
and I'm with that. So what I'm saying is we need to start now. We need to start now, right? With our families, if we took individual accountability for our own households, think about how much further we would be. Just accountability for our own individual household, for our own individual actions, right? That's what I tell my clients, right? You can't be worried about what he doing, what she doing, all you can worry about is your recovery, baby. That's all you can worry about. You can't worry about the recovery of other people, right? But in worrying about your recovery, what happens is people then get to look at you, right? And they begin to want and aspire to be the things that you aspire to be. Then they start asking questions. Then they want to know, how did you get there? What route did you take? Right? There is a, I just believe that there is a way, and I know everybody here agrees with that, right?
Yeah.
But it's just, I want us to get out of the idea, and listen, vote. I'm all for voting. I want to make that clear.
Yeah.
I'm all for voting. November 3rd, go out and vote, right? But I think that we have to not just depend on that.
I agree.
Let's-
I 100%
let's-
agree with you.
Vote, but start your own business.
Yeah.
Vote,
Right.
but support.
But again, I go back to that word immediate, because the election's in 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
That literally is
sooner.
a thing that could be a stepping stone that happens in a couple weeks. You know
A
what
lot
I'm
of
saying?
us have
Starting a
small
business
businesses.
that does take time. That takes a plan. That takes capital. That takes everything. That
Yes.
definitely start. Make strides. If your stride is just think about it. To start a business, it takes steps. The business of Black America step number one or step number A1 or whatever is going to be getting politicians that are for us.
Yeah.
And like I told you, they could be doing the rope a dope. They could be duping us, like before. But I truly believe that, at least from what they're saying and their plans, sound as if they're going to be bishop. Now, what people have to also understand too about politicians is that the presidency doesn't make laws. The presidency does not
an enforcer
affect,
of a law.
You know what I'm saying? They don't even
In some
affect
sense.
local policies. So you got to be voting for your senators, your House representative, your local representative, your alderman, your councilman, your school board members. Like, come on, that's that's like talking about educating our children. That's something that's so important that people don't even know who they are. So there's several different. That to me is how we start doing things for ourselves within the system, on top of starting our own businesses, starting our own companies.
Right.
Building up our own communities.
And let me say this too. So, we talk about the election being, 3 weeks away or so, or maybe a little bit sooner. So it takes 21 to 30 days to form a habit, right? Mm-hmm. So within that time, that 21 to 30 days, that 3 weeks or so that we have to the election, why can't we start reading books and starting to learn more about ourselves? Because we can't embrace knowledge of self if we don't know what knowledge of self is. So in that time, you're right. Yeah, voting is coming up, and it's coming up soon. But we can still take step one as far as getting more knowledge of self.
Right.
So that way, even if we make the wrong vote, right, no matter where it goes, even if we make the wrong vote, we're starting to gain knowledge of self. So next 4 years, we're able to start holding people more accountable. You know what I'm saying? Because now we know more about ourselves, and we know more about our capabilities and what we can do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So yes, I agree that, the election is a couple weeks away, but we still, even within those couple weeks or so, we can still start to learn about ourselves. Listen, you can pick up a book.
So
You know what I'm saying? You can watch some YouTube videos about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very possible still.
So fellas, we are running low on time. So I want to ask y'all, we can do a part 2. Same crew, come back next week. Next week is the 1st on Sunday.
Okay.
So we can get it in right before the election.
So we got a week and a half.
Yeah.
Yes, actually next Tuesday. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's a weekend, a couple
Tuesday,
days.
a
Yeah.
couple
Tuesday
days.
after next is the 3rd. So next week is the 1st.
Right.
So like I said, come back, have one more session before the election. You know what I'm saying? So we can do a part 2 of this. So before we close, I want everybody to shout out their socials.
Oh.
What you doing? What do you have coming up? Go, Griot.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy from Griot's Word. Please make sure that you follow me at L_Griot88. That's EL_GRIOT. The T is silent, 88.
Oh, my bad.
If you check out my YouTube and you check me out on SVM, I have my own channel. So make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe, share.
What's the channel called?
What you talking about? My
Your
channel?
channel?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Griot's
With a 3.
with Griot's Network, but the E is a 3 on network. So it's kind of hard to find.
Bruh, so your channel ain't on Bang Bros?
Oh,
This
man tripping.
Doing a lot.
Yo, Griot look at me like,
What is this man talking
Wow.
about?
Wow.
Nah, go ahead, cuz.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Donnie with the Locs, DONNIEWITH.
So y'all check out my man. He do.
Can you let me?
Oh my bad, cuz. I was gonna throw you.
Can you throw me the oop after? I got it, bro. Appreciate it. I know it's your show. I got it. That's your show. I got it. We running over time. He's like, you trying to plug it. You running over time, guys.
It's like
Hurry
you're doing your award. He's
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
your award
yeah,
speech, and
yeah.
he's playing the music
Yeah,
already.
yeah. We got it. We got it, bro. We gonna get you out of here. Donnie with the Locs, DONNIEWITHTHELOCS on Instagram. Follow me. We do a lot of talking on just personal development for men, relationships, all that kind of stuff. We're doing a lot of that on the gram. So hit me up, follow me. Appreciate it.
No, what I was trying to say, pluggy shit was, don't you do your vlogs in your whip or what's it called?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I live in the.
That's what I was
It's
trying
called
to-
Absolutely.
No.
Oh,
No. I haven't thought of a name. It's just on,
Oh, I
it's
thought
on-
you.
Nah,
thought,
you
okay.
can follow me on the gram.
Okay, they can. Okay,
yeah,
on
follow me.
IGTV.
Yes, sir.
Okay, CP.
And I'm CP34. You know me from Shift Division Media. You can literally see everything that I'm involved in at Shift Division Media on all the socials. Shift Division Media on the YouTube page. My individual IG is at CP34SVM. And you can also check out my podcast that I do with my wife. Drops every Monday. This Monday, I think will be the next episode. That's Before the Kids Wake Up is the name of the podcast. On IG, it's B4, the letter B, the number 4, the kids wake up, and at Before the Kids Wake Up on Anchor and Spreaker and
Everywhere
Apple, everything. We're on everything. We're on everything. So, but yeah.
Yo, so there you have it. Guru Speaks Podcast, episode 7. I want to thank my 3 guests. You can find your boy at Guru Speaks Podcast on IG, YouTube at youtube.com/Shift Division Media, twitter.com/Guru813. I want to thank these guests again. Big Mike, Claude production team. You already know how we rocking. Look for these fellas to come back with episode. Well, I still keep episode 7 be part 2. So I name this shit later. And the marathon continues. I'm out of here.